know.
All right, folks. David Olney here.
You
This
never
is
know.
show is You Never Know. I gotta get back here. There we are. Oh, where I'm good. Let's get that eyebrow down. Yes, there we are. Okay. This show is called You Never Know, and I'm David Olney, and we're doing it here because I'm getting ready to leave to go for a little sojourn with my wife up to New York City. We'll go out and look at pictures and buy clothes and maybe go to a play or something. So anyway, I gotta be quick, get the show moving because I gotta pack my suitcase. Okay, coming up, October 10th, solo show at the Southern Festival of Books at 10 a.m. at Legislative Plaza in Nashville. Okay, it's, you know, they have a big thing with books and authors and stuff coming in, and you know, I'm sneaking in there and working my deal. Okay, you know, selling the new Songbook, which I don't have a copy of here. You just have to believe me. And then and sonnet books. Okay. Then Saturday, here we are. That's 10 a.m. in the morning, and then at 9:30 with the band at the Family Wash on Main Street in East Nashville. And I'm looking forward to it because, I mean, I'm still jazzed up about doing the stuff with the band at the 5 Spot in East Nashville this last bunch of Thursdays, all the Thursdays in September. It was really fun, really cool. Then, okay, see, October 17th in the round with Annie Mosher, Cheley, Tackett, and Don Henry at 6 p.m. at Douglas Corner. Okay, Annie Mosher and I have been working on these duet songs because I got it in my mind that I wanted to kind of do this. It's like it's not as easy as I thought it was. For one thing, the way I was planned on these recordings that we're doing is I would go in and sing and do my guitar and whatever, and then Annie would come in afterwards and overdub her vocal, and she'd get it exactly right. Everything matched up, everyone was saying, but it didn't have that, you know, thing to it. You gotta sing duets together at the same time, and you gotta like be looking at the other person, and it's really a cool experience, but it can be a little disturbing in a way to be looking at someone and singing at the same time. You'd think it would be easy, but for me, I'm kind of a weird guy, so, but whatever. Anyway, some of the stuff that we've been working on, I want to sing those at this, in the round. So I'm looking forward to that. October 23rd, 24th, oh, Canada, in Calgary, Alberta, for the Bow Valley Music Club, doing 2 shows, and that's with Sergio Webb, of course, Kevin Welch, and Irene Kelley. And that's what's coming up. And okay, so we're doing songs from Robbery and Murder, which is the 3rd in the series of 3 kind of mini CDs that I recorded over at Jack Irwin's studio, and each CD kind of circulates around a theme. And the first one was film noir, and that was kind of, you know, boom, 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 detective, film noir, black and white, yeah, moral ambiguity. And then The Stone, which was songs based around the Easter story, but told from kind of oddball points of view. And then the 3rd one is Robbery and Murder. And there were kind of 2 stories that were going together. The first was the Betty and Dupree songs, and then with Betty and Dupree is sort of African American folklore characters. They were like Frankie and Johhny, and there was sort of looking at that particular story from 3 different angles. And the other one was a story about this triangle, love triangle. Person number 1 was a guy that worked in a textile mill, young man, and he had a cabin out in the back of it, or behind the mill, out in the woods somewhere. And anyway, he ends up having this affair with this lovely, sophisticated, not sophisticated, that's the wrong word, sensitive woman, who happens to be the wife of the mill owner. So things get kind of ugly. And but the young mill worker has his song, Delia, the young woman, has her song. It's actually her ghost. And this song that I'm going to do is from the young man who is, he doesn't own the mill yet. His family owns the mill, his father, but when his father dies, he's taken over and he's going to run not just the mill, but the whole town. My family owns this town that built the mill. We live in the mansion on the hill. We had slaves before the war. We don't need slaves anymore. Money talks, money always will. My family owns this town that built the mill. I will run this town when Daddy's gone. I could run it now, the truth be known. I'm not in any hurry. Life is too short to have worries. A man of leisure, I will have my fun, but I will run this town when Daddy's gone. I was very happy with my life until that ugly business with my wife. It seems Delia found her joy with some common local boy. As for myself, I did not really care. Family shame was more than I could bear. The boy ran off before I could make him pay. I dealt with poor Delia in my own way. I drowned her in the river. I just could not forgive her. Her suicide was all the news the next day. But the boy ran off before I could make him pay. My family owns this town that built the mill. We live in the mansion had slaves before the war. We don't need slaves anymore. Money talks, money always will. My family owns this town that built the mill. All right, My Family Owns This Town is the name of that, and it's on Robbery and Murder, and it's part of the Body of Evidence sort of trilogy of mini CDs. Okay, so that song was was interesting for me to come up with because there's two guitar breaks, and one of them is just kind of regular, and then when when it became clear to me that this guy was a murderer and a real kind of a beast of a human being, the second break gets kind of sick sounding. Getting that sound and sort of conveying how awful this guy was through the guitar break was kind of, I don't know, that was different for me. Okay, so that's that with that song. And okay, so I'm getting ready to go to New York. I'm gonna here's a poem by Dylan Thomas. Here we go. Gotta see my hands here. The hand that signed the paper felled a city. 5 sovereign fingers taxed the breath and doubled the globe of dead. These 5 kings did a king to death. The mighty hand leads to a sloping shoulder. The finger joints are cracked with chalk. A goose's quill has put an end to murder that put an end to talk. The hand that signed the treaty bred a fever, and locusts came, and famine grew, and locusts came. Great is the hand that holds dominion over man by a scribbled name. The 5 kings count the dead, but do not soften the crusted wound, nor stroke the brow. A hand rules heaven. No, a hand rules pity like a hand rules heaven. Hands have no tears to flow. All right, that's as good as I can do it right now. It's when you see yourself doing it, it's just completely weird. Okay, that's it. I'll see you next time around, and do good work, and I don't know, don't get arrested. You never know. You never know.